Good afternoon. My name is Lamar Lunsford, and I'd like to thank you in advance for the opportunity to be able to come speak to you today here in Cosby, Tennessee, about something that's really close and dear to my heart. And as a citizen of Cosby, Tennessee, like myself, I hope after I finish this presentation you will think so as well. Each and every day as I drive home from East Tennessee State University, this question remains still in my mind. We have a beautiful community we live in. It's very close to the Smoky Mountains. We have 3 beautiful schools to send our children to, but this question still remains. Why do we not have any after-school care programs in Cosby, Tennessee for our children? Now, I know the first thing that you're going to say is, well, we have an after-school care program for our children. We pick them up. We take them home. That's not what I'm talking about. Individualized care plans are great. Some folks, like myself, and maybe you, have been successful at providing individualized care programs for our children after school. And that is a privilege we shouldn't take for granted. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. I'm here to talk about the parents that struggle to provide an individualized care program. And I'm also here to talk to you today about the parents that don't have a plan at all. These are the people I'd like to focus my presentation on today, because this resolution to this problem is long overdue. It's our obligation as citizens of Cosby, Tennessee, to provide these citizens with the same opportunities as we have, so they can have a place for their children to go after school, so they can wake up in the morning with a plan. And I believe that the resolution to this problem would be providing them with a Boys and Girls Club for their children to go to after school. This would resolve a plan that was once unsolved, or a struggle to provide. A Boys and Girls Club would provide their children with safety and security and a positive environment for them until their parents get home. Now that you know why I'm here to speak to you today, I'd like to go through what I see as our plan for success in Cosby to provide after-school care for other children that may have not had this opportunity before. And I hope that you will agree with me after this presentation that we can take the steps necessary to make this plan a success. First, I'd like to talk to you about the number of students that attend school here in Cosby, Tennessee. Then I'd like to talk to you about Boys and Girls Club for a little bit and what they're about. And finally, I'd like to talk to you about the steps we can take once we open a Boys and Girls Club in Cosby, Tennessee, to make it successful, not just for the children, but the community as a whole. Because when you look at it, we're all a community here. And from time to time, we make mistakes. And this is one of them. But these are the steps that we need to take to correct these mistakes to make our community a better place. So let's go back now and look at just the number of students that actually attend school here in Cosby, Tennessee. I had the privilege to interview Mr. Dennis Balch, which was the attendance supervisor for the Cocke County School Board, which he still holds that current position. He was gracious enough to let me interview him, and he gave me some vital statistics to show me just how many children we actually have in Cosby. As I stated before, we have 3 schools here in Cosby, Tennessee. We have Smoky Mountain Elementary School, which has grades K through 6. We have Cosby Elementary School, which has grades K through 6. And we have Cosby High School with grades K through 9. The total number of students that attend school here in Cosby, Tennessee is 1,100. The average attendance for last school year, for the school year of 2011-2012, for these 3 schools was 95.5%. That is a great statistic for our small community. That means 95% of 1,100 students are going to school. I'm here to talk to you today about that other 5% that aren't going to school. What are their reasons? I say to you today it's because we don't have an after-school care program in Cosby, Tennessee. I think it influences that number. And I believe with the implementation of an after-school care program, that number can increase. We have an opportunity to make that number even higher than it already is. That number shows me that the individualized care program is working out pretty well. But how many people of that 95% are actually it's being successful? Regardless of all that I've just said, we should make sure that no matter what, that all 100% of the students going to school in Cosby, Tennessee are afforded the opportunity to have an after-school care program if their parents so choose. Especially those that have no school program, that have no after-school care program at all, that go home alone, that come home to an empty house. Now that we've looked at the number of students that go to school here, the sheer volume of them, which is more than I ever anticipated, that emphasizes more reason than ever to have a Boys and Girls Club in Cosby, let's take a look at the Boys and Girls Club itself. Boys and Girls Club is a national organization that's very successful all over the nation. Right here in East Tennessee, Boys and Girls Club has been successful in surrounding cities all around us. Gatlinburg, Newport, Morristown, Sevierville, Pigeon Forge all have Boys and Girls Clubs, which are very successful. This shows me that if these cities can institute Boys and Girls Clubs that provide adequate after-school care programs, then we can as well. But let's go a little bit deeper into the Boys and Girls Club. Let's take a look at their mission statement. I looked on the Boys and Girls Club national website, and their mission statement states as follows: to enable all young people, especially those who need us the most, to reach their full potential as productive, caring, responsible citizens. This, to me, is very moving. As a father and a citizen of Cosby, I desire more than anything to see that all young people, especially those who need me the most, have the opportunity to reach their full potential, to be productive, caring, responsible citizens. And we think that without even thinking about it. That's their mission statement. That is a great motivator to want to have this kind of after-school care program in my community. To know that already, when they open their doors, they're going to be there for the ones that need us the most. Let's break this down just a little bit of how this mission statement can help us in Cosby, Tennessee. To enable all young people. That means all 1,100 people who attend school in Cosby, Tennessee have the opportunity to go to Boys and Girls Club. No one's excluded. No one's excluded by race, sex, religion, sexual orientation. This includes everyone. Let's break it down even a little bit further, especially those who need us the most. That's those children we're trying to reach with this after-school program that have no one waiting for them at home, that have no mommy and daddy waiting on them, that have no sister and brother waiting for them, that have to walk home or don't have a way. These are the ones we're trying to reach more than anything. To reach their full potential. That means for them to be everything that they want to be, that they can achieve their dreams, to be productive, to be normal kids, just to be a kid. This gives them the opportunity to be a kid. Do you really think you're going to worry about being a kid when you're worrying about being home alone? Boys and Girls Club gives them this opportunity. And finally, to learn how to be responsible, caring citizens. That means they help in the learning process of life. That it's continuing from school to Boys and Girls Club and home. This is something we all should never take for granted. Boys and Girls Club also provides a safe place to learn and grow. Yes, they have homework. They'll have to do their homework. They can also work on their social and people skills. And they actually get to play after they finish their homework, which is really great. And I'm seeing from personal experience visiting these Boys and Girls Clubs, these children have a really good time, but their time is structured, so they have to finish their studies before they can engage in other extracurricular activities. This kind of extension of the school, even though it isn't school, is beneficial to children. But overall, it provides them with the safety and security to know they have somewhere to go after school. And that's what after-school care programs are all about, is a safe place for children to go until mom and dad get home. And this is long overdue for our city. Finally, if we looked at the number of students going to school here in Cosby, we've looked at the Boys and Girls Club here a little bit. Let's look at what we can do to make Boys and Girls Club successful once we open the doors here in Cosby. Well, the first thing towards that success is what we're doing right now, this open dialogue. Us talking about the issues and making decisions about the future of after-school care in Cosby, Tennessee. Now, granted, not everything I've said you're going to agree with, and I understand that, and I respect it. But hopefully we can come to a common ground where we can agree on something that will bring a solution to this problem and enact some form of after-school care program here in Cosby, Tennessee. If we decide to open a Boys and Girls Club, which I'm encouraging that we do, we take these steps together. This problem can't be solved overnight. Tomorrow morning we're not going to wake up and a Boys and Girls Club is going to be there. But if we all take each step together, we can achieve our goal. We can overcome our disagreements. We can meet common ground. We can see the differences in our opinions and still accomplish our goal. We should not let our differences stop us from taking care of our children, regardless of income. And finally, I'd like to talk to you about the benefits of a Boys and Girls Club will have for the community as a whole. This could be a great place for everyone in the community to get together, to learn more about each other, to meet, to help each other, to reach out to those ones we've never met before. Cosby's a very big place. There's no reason why, once a Boys and Girls Club is implemented, that we can't use it as a community meeting place for events and gatherings to learn about other folks. Boys and Girls Club is just one step in after-school care. What we had before was nothing. Boys and Girls Club is an opportunity for children that had nothing before to have something. Boys and Girls Club is an opportunity for children that did not have an individualized plan, or their parents were struggling with an individualized plan to have what my children and your children have now. I implore you to take ownership of this issue, to treat it like it was your son or daughter that was without an after-school care plan. How would you feel right now? I implore you to think about the possibilities of your son or daughter tomorrow when you wake up in the morning not having someone there to wait on you when you get home. And there's no after-school care plan here in Cosby. I hope that what I've talked to you about today has made you think about these issues and reevaluate your position. I hope that you'll join me in taking these steps together so we can reach our long-term goal of having an after-school care program here in Cosby. These steps will take time, but if we all work together, we can be successful and have a greater place to live. Thank you very much for your time, and have a nice day.